I'm Sandra Joyce, Vice President of the Google Threat Intelligence Group. In 2026, what we're seeing with North Korea is really this proliferation of IT workers that are embedded in Fortune 500 companies and top organizations around the world. The United States government has put a ton of pressure, and so has industry, on these North Korean IT workers. So they're finding other places to embed themselves: Europe, Asia, and other continents and other industries. We're going to see more of this as the pressure gets higher onto them. The other thing to think about is some people lose the plot when we're talking about North Korean IT workers. It's not just that they're raising money. If we think about it from a strategic perspective, in the event of any intrusion or conflict, we have North Korean IT workers embedded in our top industries. They are now pre-positioned should they want to take any action. In 2026, what we're going to see from China is increased telecom targeting. This is facilitated by vulnerabilities on edge devices, as well as a really fundamental understanding of the underlying technology. We're going to see an increase here, and groups like Salt Typhoon are just the tip of the iceberg. In 2026, we also expect to see an increase in ransomware and extortion, specifically from Russian criminals as well as Eastern European entities. And the reason behind this assessment is that in the first quarter of 2025, we recorded the highest number of data leak site victims that we have ever recorded since we started tracking in 2020. In 2026, we also expect to see an increase in social engineering as a means to target IT call centers and help desks. We're seeing a tremendous amount of targeting that is driven by click fix and other sort of IT call center focused attacks. This is done by everything from voice phishing or vishing all the way to using deep fakes, but it's a very effective way for threat actors to get inside a company and start their extortion. In 2026, AI is going to prove a powerful tool for information operations as well as social engineering. We saw a very egregious example where threat actors associated with a campaign we call Dragon Bridge mistakenly included their AI prompts in their social media messages. So we could actually see the narrative that they were trying to put forward. That's the type of AI-powered social engineering and information operations we expect to see in the coming year. We haven't seen any game-changing techniques used with AI to do intrusions. Yes, we've seen better spear phishing, or we've seen coding or some other type of tooling, but we haven't seen anything that couldn't have been done by a human being. That's going to change in 2026. We saw our first example of this when Russian military intelligence put malware in that called out to a Chinese LLM through an API generating commands. This is just the beginning of what we think is going to be going into 2026 and beyond, AI-enhanced malware. This year, we disrupted a 0-day before it was able to be used by threat actors exploiting a SQLite vulnerability. We used our big sleep and threat intelligence in order to make sure that that vulnerability couldn't be used. Not only that, but Big Sleep was able to go and find 20 additional vulnerabilities. This is going to be key for us as we defend against threat actors in the coming years.